Should Christians obey the Old Testament law? In Matthew 5:17, Jesus said, "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them." This statement by Jesus is pivotal in understanding the relationship between Christians and the Old Testament law. Firstly, it's important to recognize that the Old Testament law comprises civil, moral, and ceremonial laws. These laws were given to guide the Israelites in their daily lives and worship practices. However, with the coming of Jesus, a new covenant was established. Galatians 4:4. 5 highlights that Jesus was born under the law to redeem those who were under the law, enabling believers to receive adoption as sons and daughters of God. Through Jesus, believers receive the Holy Spirit, signifying a new relationship with God as His children. Galatians 4:6-7. Galatians 3:19 explains that the law was added because of transgressions until the time of Jesus. With the arrival of Jesus, believers are no longer under the law, but under Christ. Galatians 3:21. This means that Christians are not required to obey the Old Testament law to be justified or sanctified. Rather, they are to follow Jesus out of love and faith. Galatians 2:19-20. Christians are now governed by the law of Christ, which is summed up in loving God and loving others. This love transforms believers, leading them to live according to the Spirit and produce good fruit. While Christians may still struggle with sin, they are no longer condemned by the law because they have been declared righteous through faith in Jesus. 1 John 1:8, Ephesians 4:30. Believers are freed from the judgment of the law because Jesus paid the price for their sins on the cross. Galatians 3:13. They are also considered dead to the law, having died with Christ and being raised to new life in Him.